guys, welcome back to my channel. Danielle here in Arthur. We are in Long Beach. We're outside of the Long Beach Flea Market, I think it's what it's called. So we have a few friends, Tori from Nostalgic Threads and Haley from Details Vintage. They're both vendors here, so we're gonna go out and support, but also hit up maybe like $5 bins, $7 bins. Yep. You guys know that anytime I'm out thrifting, I'm always doing it on a budget, so I am gonna maybe give myself a $100 budget. So let's see what I walk away with.
But it's daunting waiting here backwards, wasted as well. Coming jaded, but I'm in deep now. Yeah, it's daunting waiting here backwards, wasted too. If you wanna leave it all, fly out to see the world.
This is what I love to see. $4.99. So let's take a look around.
It's not like that. In my world of make-believe, tempting like a mistress. Why can't you just roll with me? Rolling's quite the time.
So far, my favorite thing of today, some nachos. We're back at my apartment now, and I do want to emphasize that this event is advertised as an antique market. For some reason in my head, I was just like, oh, it's just a flea market. A variety of vendors, a variety of prices, but no, y'all. It is very much antiques and like vintage. So prices were pretty steep, at least for me and my budget, and a lot of the silhouettes were very modest. And if you guys are familiar with my channel, I don't necessarily like vintage. Like, I am drawn to specific pieces and like granny sweaters, but that's pretty much it. So I couldn't justify spending over $50 on a piece that I know would just sit in my closet. Luckily, there were a handful of 90s Y2K resellers there, but I'm talking about like only 3 or 4, and Tori from Nostalgic Threads is one of them. So I do have 3 items that I want to show off, but because I'm really limited on items that I want to show, I kind of just want to show you outfits that I'm going to put together, especially since we're like transitioning into fall. Now all the videos recommended on my YouTube are all just like fall outfits, fall trends, and I'm just like, what? I'm so not prepared for this. Also, don't necessarily have a fall wardrobe or a summer wardrobe. I kind of wear all of my pieces year round just because that gets super expensive. So I really do work with all my pieces to make them versatile regardless of what season we're going into. So I do have 2 clothing items and then 1 accessory, but with the 2 clothing items, I do want to just give you little tips and tricks and also just an inside scoop of how I make these pieces work for both summer and fall. So we're going to be showing you a total of 4 different outfits. So let's get into the first item. First things first, y'all, we need to cover some accessories. So I do have this piece from Nostalgic Threads. They are handmade by Tori. Tori is no stranger to my channel, y'all. Our latest video is her taking me to the Rose Bowl Flea Market for the first time. If you're not following her already, what are you doing? I'm gonna put her social media right over here, but She's one of the people that I've met in LA that is super freaking funny and genuine, so I'm really happy to have her as a friend. But let's talk about this choker because it's so freaking cute. She does hand make them herself and she does use glass beads. Let me bring you in a little bit closer. Just refer to like the close-ups because it's pretty hard to tell what it is right now. It does have a toggle closure and one end is shaped in a freaking butterfly, y'all. And I decided to go with one that has more of a monochrome look to it, so we are focusing on orange. That is definitely my color right now. I've been obsessed with it. And so like I said, they're all glass beads. She does have a variety of these tiny beads, flowered ones, and then my favorite are these cute little mushrooms. And then the centerpiece is this pearl. Not sure if it's glass imitation, but it's pretty solid. And she has been selling them at her fleas recently. She also is gonna be selling at the Silver Lake Flea every weekend. So I'll leave all her info down below if you guys wanna check her out. Here we have look number 1 and we are working with Summer. So I did get this skirt from Moxie Vintage. She was literally the last like Y2K 90s boot that I was able to find. And as I was walking out of the flea, I ran into her boot. So I was like, I see color, I see cute mini pieces, let's go check it out. And I ended up walking away with this cute little faux wrap mini skirt. Surprisingly, I was drawn to it even though I'm not necessarily into gray, just because to me it is kind of boring and dull and I immediately go to office wear. But y'all, look at this little hardware detail here that has hearts. Come on, after that I definitely couldn't pass it up. Let's talk mini skirts in summer because usually when I'm styling them, I want to do crop tops, tube tops, really anything without sleeves because we need to show a little bit of skin because summers in Los Angeles feels like literal hell sometimes. So not sure if you guys can tell, but I've been going to so many flea markets lately, so I am very caramelly, very bronze, so I want to show off as much skin as possible so that we can have a very even tan. So really just try to stay away from layering and wearing as minimal clothes as possible. And then on the bottom we just have some Demonia shoes. Y'all know I'm obsessed with them. I'm super surprised that some of you guys have DM'd me and been like, girl, I got some Demonias because of you. And honestly guys, they never leave my feet. I wear them with just about every outfit and they're that versatile. But now let me show you an outfit of how I would wear this during the fall when it's a little bit more chilly. And this is a little fall outfit, so absolutely love it because we are working with still the same little faux wrap mini skirt, but the grandpa sweaters are coming out to play, and also we don't have to worry about hot girl summer. We don't have to worry about shaving because it is all about layers, layers, and layers. So really the main focal point is a grandpa sweater. If you guys don't have one, I highly suggest go out and thrifting one. They're usually super easy to find come fall time. And so I have this really classic one that Arthur actually picked up that has this like, what would you say this? Argyle diamond print here on the front. And so I'm definitely going for that oversized silhouette with something fitted on the bottom. So this is actually a size large in men's. So you guys can see that it's very cozy. You could definitely layer even more if you wanted to and put a turtleneck underneath, but it is still really hot in Los Angeles, so I don't want to put any more layers on since I have to turn off my AC. But we still have the same mini skirt and then tights, y'all. You need a set of nylons in your wardrobe come fall for sure. I'm still on the lookout for some fishnets and haven't come around some cheap ones, so definitely either recommend some that are pretty sheer or fishnets, and then repairing the bottom with some tube socks and then some Mary Janes that my sister actually got me a while back ago. So I promise I won't show off Demonias with every single fit. Super into this. It's giving me cozy, comfy, but also preppy, dark academia type vibes. Yes, love it. Let's move on to the next fit, y'all. I feel like if Summer were an outfit, she'd look something like this. I think this is so freaking cute and colorful, but really we are talking all about this shirt here. I also got it from Moxie Vintage and this one was $20. Oh, did I mention the skirt was $25? And I felt like those prices are pretty reasonable, about what I would spend on Depop just without the shipping, so I thought it was pretty good. You guys saw from the earlier clips that she actually had 2 of these shirts, one in pink and one in blue. I was this close to getting both of them, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna stick to my favorite color, so I went with the pink. And what's really cute too is that my toes are actually painted the same color as this pink, so the color coordination. But let me bring you a little bit closer so we can check out this shirt, because it is just a classic crew neck, short sleeves. My sister honestly said that it looks like something she could have drawn because we do have some waves. I think this is a sun, a little heart, and I think I saw a few flowers on the back. but I totally get why she thinks it looks a little elementary, but I do have a wide collection of colorful pants, so I already know that it could pair really nicely with this shirt. But out of all of my colorful pants, I decided just to work with green because I feel like that's a bit more brighter and lighter for summer. And then lastly, pairing it with some jelly slides. I honestly love the way that these look, you guys, but don't ever buy them. They are so freaking painful. And then this material doesn't ever loosen up, and I've worn these a handful of times. It's just pain with every step. So here we have the fall look now, and I know it's pretty similar to the summer look, but we did swap out the pants for something a little bit more darker, but it's still very fun, and then some solid shoes. So I'm in SoCal, and it doesn't get like incredibly cold over here, but you definitely do want to be layering up for sure. So it's the perfect opportunity to whip out some really fun jackets. And so I got this Penny Lane jacket a while back ago, and I have yet to wear it. So let's just pop it on right now. And I feel like it goes well just because it is fairly neutral and everything is very colorful. So it's a good little contrast. Yeah, so I would probably just rock this and maybe with a little handbag, a little scarf to wrap around. Yes. Perfect. But you guys, that pretty much does it for the end of my Long Beach Antique Market haul. If you liked the 3 pieces I had, let me know in the comments down below. But I'm also going to be tagging Tori's and Haley's shop down below if you guys want to go check them out. They do both have very different yet distinct styles, but they're very passionate about their shop, so go out and support them. Again, I'll leave their info down below. But hopefully this video encourages you to go through your summer wardrobe and pick out those few pieces that can be transitioned and work in the fall. But also, if you can't afford a fall wardrobe, do not worry about it. Don't be ashamed about it, because me growing up, I pretty much was told clothes is clothes. You gotta make it work regardless of what season it is. And as long as you know those little tips and tricks and how to layer up and how to accessorize them, you can make it work. But also, if you do have a little bit of a budget, the thrift store is a perfect place to just go ahead and stock up now while it's still warm and hot out, because as soon as it starts to get any lower, you know thrift stores are gonna be increasing their prices. But if you do have any advice on how to make clothes work year round, let us know down below, just so in case anyone who comes across this video can just reference all the comments. But you guys, as always, I do try to post videos at least once a week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!